this morning. We went to 3 estate sales and then we went to a bakery and got breakfast. I wanted to show y'all what I got there, then I'll just tell y'all what Hunter got. But the first one we went to, honestly, was a little pricey. There was some good stuff, and if I had more money, I could have dropped a bag because there was these stainless steel pots and pans that were like in perfect condition. And they were like $400 for a bunch of them. And I was like, honestly, this would end up being cheaper than buying them right out. But I didn't have $400 to be dropping on pots and pans that I actually have no room for in my house. Let's be so real. But I'll be thinking about them forever. I went there and I wanted this lamp that was like the blue and white China sort of vibes, but I couldn't see it completely well on like the Facebook Marketplace ad, which is where we like found these estate sales, because Hunter found one, I found one, but we've been looking forward to it for like a week because we planned to do this like forever ago. I wanted that lamp, but when I got there, it was a teapot that was a lamp, and I just felt like it would end up being like a little kitschy later on. I think it was pretty. Someone else got it and like they're gonna love it. It was so cute. But for me personally, I was like, I don't really want something that looks like something else. I went there for that, and then also there were some Gucci sunglasses. And when I got there, they were $100, and I didn't want to spend that much. And then also they were like kind of scratched up and stuff, so I was like, I can spend my money on other stuff, and yeah, I don't know. I was like, if they were like 50 maybe, but I don't know. I'm still like, I want to find things for like dirt cheap. So none of the stuff I got, well, some of the stuff I got was dirt cheap, but most of it, like, it's like, what is this pricing? Because I thought estate sales were supposed to be like kind of cheaper. I don't know. Then also it's someone's loved one's stuff, so I get wanting to like get the most out of it for sure, and it might be stuff that like they really loved, so I understand. The first thing I got was this vase. This was the first estate sale. I got it for $35, which I think is a pretty good deal for this, because I look at this stuff on Facebook Marketplace and like at antique stores all the time, and I feel like it's usually more than that. And so yeah, also it's like not from like TJ Maxx or Home Goods or something, like it's the real deal, and so I'm very excited about that. And I think she's beautiful. The second thing I got from that estate sale was this purse that is like shells, little like baby pink shells, and it's so cute. Yeah, I just thought she was really cute, and it was $8, which to me is not a bad price for this purse, so excited about that. The next thing I got was this coat, or it's like a little jacket because it's light, it's thin, but it's green. She's like embroidered. I loved this, and I just thought it was so cute, and it would be like so cute like buttoned to the top. So that's kind of the vibes for this. She's an extra large, but I think it could work out fine. I feel like it's a coat, and those can be a little, or a jacket, those can be a little larger, and it's okay. The second estate sale was absolutely insane. That woman whose house it was, I don't know how she got her money. I don't know like what, it was absolutely insane, and if I had more money, I'd be dropping it back. I was like, this is what I want my house to look like. It was like a woman who lived by herself, and so she just like curated everything. She had furs, there was a ton of David Yurman, there was like Oh my gosh, so many books. Her furniture was amazing. She had leopard print, she had zebra print. I was like, why couldn't we have been friends? Also, everything was very expensive because all of her stuff was designer basically. But I did find a couple things because the cookbook section, her cookbooks were $10 each. And so I got 2 cookbooks. One is the Star of Texas cookbook, which I thought was cute. I love Texas stuff, and then also good like country cooking. So excited about that. And then the second one I got was this Pastry Queen Christmas edition, and I just am so excited. It has so many like sweets and stuff. I also saw like a drink recipe. There's also like shrimp and grits. I'm really excited for this one. And when I was like walking around with it, one of the ladies there who was like working, I don't know if like it was family or people who were hired through this like estate sale site sort of thing, because we saw similar like setups at different places. But this lady was like, oh, that's such a good cookbook. I have like the original one, and she was like, that was such a good find, good for you. And so I'm excited because it has like good recommendations, you know. This necklace, I just thought it was so cute. Obviously not with this outfit, but I thought it was just so interesting, and it's a little torn up here, but it's okay. No one really sees that part anyways. But yeah, there was also this like red fringe shawl. It was like suede, and I wanted it so bad. I thought it was $30, and I was like, okay, I'm getting this. Like, yeah, it's $30. And then Hunter was like, I don't think that says 30, and it did in fact say 80, and so I did not get it, and that's okay. I'll just think about it for forever, but it's okay. The next estate sale was like Hunter's, like his house in the future. Like, it's basically what our house would be, because there was, whoever lived there was a birder, and then they also had like an amazing garden and all this stuff. Like, oh, they got like Master Gardener of Texas or something like that. Like, they had patches, and honestly, it kind of made me sad because I was like, I feel like these people would have been our friends, but now we get their stuff. And so there was a ton of bird books that were $5 each, and if you don't know, that's a crazy deal because a lot of those books are like $70 and up, and some of them were like, they don't make them anymore or whatever. So Hunter has a whole pile of stuff that he got. He's much more into birding. I got some plant books though, and so I have The Wildflowers of Texas, which this book my dad has, and I grew up looking through it and stuff. And so I kind of got it out of nostalgia just because, like, of course it has to be in my house. It was in my house growing up, and so I just need one of my own. And so I have this. And then I also got Roadside Flowers of Texas, which is another one that my dad has. And it has like illustrations of like all the plants and stuff, which this is really fun because we would like, it says Roadside Flowers. We lived in like Central Texas, hill country, and the wildflowers are insane there. And so growing up, my dad had this book, and he would like be pointing out the window of the car and asking us what stuff was. And yeah, so I also got this out of nostalgia. I might like put it in my car and start quizzing people who ride in my passenger seat or something. The next one is actually not plants, but it is a field guide to butterflies of North America, which is so fun because it has all these pictures, and then also like there's color coordination to like the types of butterflies, and like you can see on the side it goes by like the types and it's color coordinated. And I just thought this was so cool. And so I got it. Might start getting into butterflies. I mean, I've always liked butterflies, but like, I don't know what they're called. Me and my brother used to try to catch them in the mornings in the summer. And so I'm excited about this because then maybe I'll like know something about what I'm looking at. One thing about me is I really like just learning, especially about nature. I like learning and being able to identify stuff. Hunter is really good about that because he's like wildlife management major and he knows all the names and all this stuff, but I don't know the actual names. He knows like the scientific names of stuff. I don't. I just look at stuff and think it's pretty, but maybe I'll start actually knowing. I don't know. The next thing I got was this Better Homes and Gardens cookbook, which I've been wanting one of these. It's like the binder one. My grandmother has one and I think I will one day inherit it, but for now, I'm just gonna use this one. When I get my grandmother's, I'll give this to my sister-in-law because I don't think she has one. And I feel like these are kind of a little bit hard to find out in the wild. I might be wrong, but I feel like I've been looking for this for like ever, and they're either really expensive or just not there. And so here it is. I'm excited about it. It's also just so classic and nostalgic, and she's so cute to like have out. The last thing I got is this comforter. It's like a quilt, and I thought it was really pretty. Might do this for like Christmas or something. To me it kind of gives Christmas vibes, like berries and stuff. But yeah, I thought this was pretty. I also think it'll be good for when it's me and Hunter because red, it can go more masculine. Not that my house is going to be very masculine, but I need to be able to like fit in his bird stuff somehow, you know? So I feel like this would be a good idea. I also like red. It's like one of my favorite colors. And so I had to get it. This was, I think it was 35. It was 36. I feel like that's good for a queen and 2 pillow shams. And they're like good quality. Also the person's house was like super clean and they weren't smokers or anything. So it's in good shape. That's all I got. I do think we're gonna start going more to like estate sales because you could like the bird stuff. That was the last one we went to. And Hunter just like lost his mind. And I feel like the only way you can get that cheap of like stuff like that is through estate sales. Oh my gosh, there's a squirrel outside. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so I think we're gonna start going more and like keeping track of, I don't know, like the hobbies of stuff. It was kind of cool to see like the hobbies that people had or like just their interests or what they liked. I think that was cool. You can see a lot of like someone's personality through their stuff. I think that's why I like collecting stuff, is because I refuse to be a boring person and I want all of my things to reflect how unique I am and how cool I am, because why would I have a boring house with like all the time I spend there? You know, like it makes no sense to me. Like minimalism makes no sense to me. What the heck? Like, where's your personality? I get some people, they're like, oh, well, it leaves space for your personality, or like leave space for, you know, thought or whatever, conversation. No, I want conversation starters, okay? All my things, I'm like, I want everything to be something unique and different from whatever everyone else has. Sorry for the road noise. Also, live near the road, so that's what we're dealing with right now. My sourdough starter is being slow. Don't know what's up with that. I think I probably should have waited a little longer. I should have set her out overnight for her to warm up and then fed her, but I did not do that. So here we are waiting for her to rise. I do need to do my laundry, and so I think I'm gonna do that. I think I might be out of or close to out of my all free and clear or something. I don't know. I have to use the like laundry detergent without anything in it because it'll mess with my eczema. So we'll see if I'm able to do laundry. I might have to go to the grocery store. Here we are. I changed because I was feeling gross. Actually, I was just feeling overstimulated in my shirt, so I had to change. I guess it has made double in size. So I'm going to start my bread. 100 grams of starter. I just got exactly 100 grams, so go me. I'm just gonna scrape everything else down. I think I'll let it rise like while I'm mixing this up. I'm gonna put this in the fridge like basically immediately so it doesn't get like start to go down and then lose activity. And then I'm gonna do 345 grams of water. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit, get like evenly distributed. I'm gonna do 450 grams of flour. And sometimes I put in whole wheat flour. Right now, I'm not really feeling it, so because I want to use this for like toast, and I feel like I just want white bread, okay? Because sometimes I'll do 400 of, ooh, that's 444. Sometimes I'll do 400 of like normal white flour and then 50 of my whole wheat flour. And I feel like that's a good mixture. It doesn't dry it out too much. I'm also gonna do 10 grams of salt. I just mix this up as good as I can, and then I do 30-minute increments for stretch folds because I don't really have time for all that. And also the thing is, it works because it still is building the glue in. This is what I do. I don't think everyone does this. I'm sure not everyone does this. I let it set overnight without like doing anything to it after I've done the 4 stretch and folds. So because I want it to rise more, and I don't feel like the stretch and folds, mixing it all and then cold proofing it, I don't think that it gets enough time to rise. And I think you need the like room temperature for it to really get enough rise time. That might just be me because I know a lot of people do it and it looks fine, but every time I watch a video of someone else like putting it in the fridge right after they've done the stretch and folds, theirs seem to have actually risen a lot more than mine does. I don't know if it's because my room is cold, it might be that, or what, because also this starter right now is not super active, so I mean it is active, it was just moving slow. I think part of that is again the temperature of my apartment, so I can't really blame her for that. I also don't have a name for my starter, so comment name ideas because I have yet to be able to figure out a name for her. So And I assume it's a her because she's creating life. It's a her, you know. So, yeah. I need name ideas. But yeah, I'm gonna let this set for 30 minutes and then stretch and fold. And then do it 3 more times. And then I'm gonna leave it. I have this much done. I'm waiting for Michael's to send me my lighter blue because I have the darker blue that's like pretty spot on. I just need a lighter blue, and I ordered that because my Michael's did not have it, and I like the 2 times that I went there to look for it. So I'm just, yeah, I'm gonna work on this for a while. But yeah, I'm waiting for that because it'll really make more sense in my head when I have the light blue, because I just can't fill in some things. And because this is a printed canvas, it's kind of a little iffy on some intersections, so I've been like struggling to know exactly where to put stuff. But if I have the light blue to kind of take up more space on the background, then I won't be questioning as much on the white, because, or it's actually like a cream, but that's kind of what I'm questioning more is the background, because I don't want to take up too much of the flowers, you know. So that's what I'm doing. I can't go in and do this until I figure out how to fix the rack up here. So updates to come. I really have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do some research in a second. Once this is fixed, it'll be so much easier. I have like, I would say 80% of the background part done, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I kind of went in crazy directions, so just don't think about it. It's fine. This is what I'm having for dinner. It's sweet potatoes, roasted sweet potatoes, avocado, ground beef, and cottage cheese. And I meal prepped the ground beef, so I just warmed it up, and then I did just freshly bake the potato. But yeah, I love a sweet potato. That's my favorite food. That and noodles. Last time I did this, it didn't really work. Also, you can hear all the road noise. But last time I got one of these, it didn't transfer. I think it wasn't healthy though. Like the leaves and stuff were not very strong, but this one feels a little maybe older or something, and so I'm hoping it works. Also, this is all I have for like potting soil and stuff, so we're just gonna see if this ends up happening. But I really love fresh basil, and so I wanted to have some for me to like cook with and stuff. I hope you can't see in the back. I don't think you should be able to, but yeah. There's only one that's kind of flopping over. Yeah, and then okay, well the water's just going out the bottom now, which is normal, but I lifted it up and so it made it go everywhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna set it on my little plant stand and leave it. I think I'll pour out a little bit of water. Hopefully the wind doesn't mess with it too much because it is West Texas. So maybe I'll bring it in for a little bit just for it to kind of get its bearings and then see if it'll be okay to live out there by itself. I'm so glad you watched until now if you did. And if you want to see more of me, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, all the things. I'm not exactly sure how much I'll be posting. I'm trying to do once a week, but sometimes I'm not really doing anything interesting, so that also plays into it a little bit. You can find me on Instagram and Pinterest and TikTok. Yeah, that's, I think, all of them. I think I'm gonna give y'all a sourdough update after this because right now it's proofing and I don't want to mess with it. But yeah, I'll have like a little update, let y'all see how it turns out. But yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see y'all later.